Good morning, dear friends. So today's lecture we start our sixth practical from the section A, that is inorganic chemistry. So last video we completed this estimation of sodium bicarbonate and sodium carbonate from mixture. So today we complete this second practical, that is estimation of water of crystallization in Mohr salt by titration with potassium permanganate KMnO4. So see, this is our sixth practical. So in second sem we complete 5 practical. So today we complete this 6 practical. So you should write this 6 practical in your journal or long book, whatever may be available to you. So let's start this 6 practical. What is the aim? So this aim of experiment is estimation of water of crystallization in Mohr salt by titration method, titration with KMnO4. So chemical apparatus required are this Mohr salt, point node 25 normal KMnO4 is required, 2 normal H2SO4, sodium oxalate, air grade distilled water. So these are the chemical required for this experiment. Apparatus is this titrating operation. This apparatus required for titration, that is volumetric flask, beaker, conical flask, burette stand, all these things. So what is the theory behind this experimentation? So this Mohr salt is a double salt, which molecular formula is FeSO4, this ammonium twice SO4, that is ammonium sulfate. So this ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, these are the two salts, and so it is a double salt. And this double salt having 6 molecule of water, 6 H2O. So where this 6 H2O denote the number of water of crystallization. When this Mohr salt is formed, it requires that binding, and this binding is given from this number of water molecules, 6 water molecules. So it acts as a water of crystallization. To form this crystal, this much number of water should be needed, otherwise crystals are not formed. So this is the water of crystallization, and we have to determine this number, this water of crystallization, water molecule number in this experiment. So see, many organic and inorganic compound consist of water of crystallization. This water molecule present in crystal during crystallization process, and these are the number of water molecule coordinated to metal salt. For example, in our experiment, this Mohr salt, FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, possessing 6 water of crystallization, 6 water molecule as a water of crystallization. When we consider this another salt, copper sulfate, it required 5 water molecule as a water of crystallization. When you consider magnesium sulfate, it required 7 water molecule as a water of crystallization. See, the loss of water molecule from the salt can shown as, when we consider this Mohr salt, when we heat it, it lost this water as a water vapor, and we have this only salt combination, that is ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate. This Mohr salt consists of 6 water molecule as a water of crystallization. This in the above equation. On heating, this loss of water molecule of water of crystallization possible. On heating, this decrease in molecular weight due to loss of water molecule. From this decrease in molecular weight, one can calculate the number of water of crystallization. That is called as a gravimetric methods. By heating this salt, we weight this salt initially first, then we heat it, the loss of water, again we weight this salt after heating. So this weight difference, this difference in weight, this difference in loss in weight is due to loss of water molecule, and that weight loss, that is the weight of water molecule. Loss weight is weight of water molecule, and from that we calculate water of crystallization. So that is a gravimetric method. But this is very important. Why we choose this titrometric method? But this Mohr salt is not stable to heat treatment. When we heat this Mohr salt, what happens here? When we heat this Mohr salt on heating, this Fe, this FeSO4, Fe2 plus, SO4 2 minus. So this Fe2 plus is oxidized to Fe3 plus. And not only this, and this ammonium sulfate on heating produce ammonia and sulfuric acid as a gaseous product. So with water vapor, there is a loss of this gaseous product, and this weight loss is not only the weight of water molecule, but it is a weight of these gases also, weight of salt is also. Thus this gravimetric method is not suitable in this case, in case of more salt, and thus we choose this. So this is the decomposition of ammonium sulfate to form these gases, and therefore this water of crystallization of this more salt is determined by titrometric method, that is titration method. This weight of Fe2 plus in solution of known amount, that is W gram of more salt. Suppose we take this W gram of more salt, it consists of Fe2 plus salt. This Fe2 plus salt weight is corresponding to the weight of more salt, that is W gram, and is determined by titration it with potassium permanganate. And this Fe2 plus we calculate, Fe2 plus weight is calculated by using titration with KMnO4. So that weight of Fe2 plus and actual weight taken by this experiment, that is actual weight of more salt, that having difference, and the difference is the weight of water molecule. See, that is clear in the next slide. So what is the procedure? So this procedure is divided into three parts. First part is the preparation of standard sodium oxalate solution. Why we require this standard sodium oxalate solution? It is used for the standardization of KMnO4. So this first part is only preparation of the standard solution. So we know this 1 normal 1 liter, that is 100 ml sodium oxalate preparation, we required 67 gram of sodium oxalate, that is its molecular weight. We required 0.25 normal and only 100 ml of sodium oxalate solution. For that, this weight required is 67 into 0.025 into 100 divided by 1000, and that weight corresponding to 0.16 gram of sodium oxalate. So we weight accurately this 0.168 gram of AR grade sodium oxalate, transfer it into 100 ml clean beaker, rinse the watch glass with distilled water, dissolve that oxalate solution to 50 ml distilled water, then dilute the same in 100 ml volumetric flask up to the mark. So we completely dissolve this sodium oxalate solution in 50 ml solution. That 50 ml solution is transferred in 100 ml conical flask, volumetric flask, and diluted with distilled water. So we have the 100 ml solution of this AR grade sodium oxalate solution. This solution is transferred in beaker, any container. So this is the first part. What is second part? In second part, this is the standardization of KMnO4. So we prepare this KMnO4. It is a secondary standard. We check its exact normality. We prepare 0.025 normal solution, but exactly it is this. It is checked by using primary standard, that is oxalate solution, sodium oxalate solution. So in this case, we fill this burette 1 with 0.025 normal KMnO4 solution, burette 2 with the standard 0.025 normal sodium oxalate solution. Take 9 ml of sodium oxalate solution from burette 2 in conical flask, add to it 10 ml of 2 normal sulfuric acid, heat up to 17 degrees centigrade, titrate this against KMnO4. This hot solution is titrated with KMnO4 solution till just pink color appear to the solution, which persists for 30 seconds. That is, the pink color remain in solution for 30 seconds. That is, stable pink color is obtained. Note down the burette reading as a x1 ml. This titrate slowly, otherwise the solution become brown in color. So this addition of KMnO4 is very slow. This reaction is slow, so we heat it for 70 degree. This reaction is very slow reaction, so we add this KMnO4 slowly, and then we get this faint pink color. As soon as we get faint pink color, we note this reading as a x1 ml. To the same solution, see, dear student, we don't fill burette, we don't wash out that flash solution. In the same flash solution, by using the same burette, we add another 1 ml of sodium oxalate solution. Initially we take 9 ml, now we add 1 ml, so total volume of burette solution become 10 ml. So this second reading is for 10 ml of sodium oxalate. Again, you do not fill this KMnO4 burette, same reading is continue, that x1 ml reading is continue till pink color of, see, when we added sodium oxalate solution in flash, that pink color is disappear, and that colorless solution is again titrated with this KMnO4 solution present in burette number 1, and we get the second reading, that is x2 ml. Repeat this same procedure, we add another 1 ml, pink color disappear, again titrated with KMnO4, pink color is appear. So in the same flash, same burette, we get the 3 readings, x1, x2, x3. Now from this burette reading, calculate exact normality of KMnO4 solution and calculate the amount of unaddressed sodium salt. So third part is actual. This, what is the third part? It is actual determination of the water of crystallization of Mohr salt. See, this weight, for that we weight 1 gram of Mohr salt, which is actual Mohr salt, which is hydrated, and transfer it into 100 ml beaker. To this add 50 ml of water, 2 ml concentrated sulfuric acid, till this solution become clear, this salt become completely soluble, completely dissolved. Transfer this solution in 100 ml volumetric flask, dilute to 100 ml. Now we have this 100 ml solution of Mohr salt. Fill this burette 1 with, initially we fill this burette with KMnO4. Now we make this burette full with 0 reading, and burette 2, now we transfer this burette 2 solution with Mohr salt solution. Now this burette 2 is clean and filled with the Mohr salt solution, and same procedure. So instead of, see, instead of sodium oxalate, we take 9 ml of Mohr salt solution, add 10 ml of 2 normal sulfuric acid, and titrate against KMnO4 solution. Just pink color is appear, remain stable. We note that reading as a Y1 ml. In the same flask, again we add 1 ml Mohr salt solution. This pink color disappear. Again titrate with KMnO4 till pink color is appear. We note it as a Y2 ml. Similarly, we get this Y3 ml for another 1 ml solution. And from this burette reading, we calculate this from this mean burette reading of this Y1, Y2, Y3. We calculate this amount of unaddressed sodium salt. So first observation table, first part is a preparation of sodium oxalate, second part is standardization of KMnO4. So this observation table is part second. Burette first is filled with KMnO4 solution, burette second with sodium oxalate solution. See, dear student, that question is asked in practical exam. What is the indicator used in titration? So this KMnO4, it is a colored solution and itself act as a self indicator. This pink color KMnO4 solution act as a indicator itself. So there is no need of external indicator. So it will be called it as a self indicator or internal indicator. This end point is colorless to pink. We have this 3 reading, x1, x2, x3. We take its mean. This second observation table, that is third part, determination of water of crystallization. Burette field, burette 1 is same KMnO4 solution. Now in burette 2, instead of sodium oxalate, we have Mohr salt. Again indicator is same, end point is same, color is to pink. So instead of sodium oxalate, we have Mohr salt, 9 ml mole salt, we get Y1 reading. Another 1 ml is added, solution become 10 ml. We have this second reading as Y2. Another 1 ml is added. Now this volume become 11 ml. For 11 ml Mohr salt, we get the KMnO4 reading as a Y3 ml, and we take its mean as a Y for this 10 ml of Mohr salt. When we mean it, we get this 10 ml, and we have this mean of this Y1, Y2, Y3 as a YML. From that we calculate this water of crystallization. How? See in calculation. So for exact normality of KMnO4, this KMnO4 is titrated versus sodium oxalate. N1 B1 is equal to N2 X. What is X? This amount of KMnO4. Then this N2 is the exact normality of KMnO4. It is equal with N2 N1 V1 upon X. This N1 is a 0.025. Sodium oxalate solution having normality 0.025. This volume is taken as a 10 divided by X. That calculation, this reading of KMnO4 mean X gives the exact normality of KMnO4. Therefore, this exact normality of KMnO4 is a N. This next important part is this mean burette reading from second titration, that is part third, gives YML. Y1, Y2, Y3, we add it divided by 3, we get this Y as a mean reading. When one normal 100 ml KMnO4, it is equivalent with 284.05 gram of anhydrous, see that word is very important, anhydrous Mohr salt. That N2 normal of Y ml KMnO4 is equivalent with 284.05 into N2 into Y divided by 1000. That is gives A. That A is the grams of anhydrous Mohr salt in 10 ml solution. In 10 ml diluted solution, we have this A gram of Mohr salt, which is anhydrous. But we have this 100 ml solution. See, we take 1 gram of solution and dilute it to 100 gram. That whole 100 gram of solution, 100 ml of solution having weight of Mohr salt is A into 100. That is W1. This W1 is the weight of anhydrous Mohr salt, which is calculated from experiment. Therefore, this weight of water in W gram of Mohr salt, we weigh 1 gram of Mohr salt, so this W is more than W1, so W minus W1, it gives this difference, we call it as a W2, and this W2 is the weight loss due to water up crystallization. Hence 284.05 gram of Mohr salt is equal to W2 into 284.05 divided by W. This W is a weight taken during experiment, weight of Mohr salt, hydrous Mohr salt. This W2 is a loss in weight. So this calculation gives a W3. What is W3? W3 is a gram weight of water of crystallization. It is in gram, that is a weight of water molecule, water of crystallization. So this number of water molecule of crystallization is X. It is calculated by this X is equal to W3 upon 18. This 18 is a molecular weight of water molecule. One water molecule having weight 18. So we have this total weight of water is W3. When we divide this total weight by molecular weight of water, we get this number of water molecules. And this, if this answer is in fraction, then we convert it into whole number. So we arrange it to near whole number. And this whole number is the number of water molecule. And that is our experiment, or M. So we note in result table this exact normality of KMnO4, that is N2, calculated from part second. Number of water molecule of crystallization of Mohr salt calculated from part third. We get this X final answer, that is number of water molecule. Whatever which the your answer, that answer you have to write in place of X. And this formula of Mohr salt, this is your formula of Mohr salt calculated from your experiment, your reading. When we take this reading, you have the answer. Some people have the answer is 5, some people have the answer 6, some people have the answer 7. Then you write this X as a 5, 6 or 7, whatever it may be, whatever with the answer. But exact answer is, we know this Mohr salt, it having exact water of crystallization is, see, in theory we consider it 6. This exact answer is 6. But in practical this answer may vary due to experimental error. So whatever your answer X, it may be 6 or other than 6, you write it there, and we have this new formula, that is Mohr salt with water of crystallization, this crystalline Mohr salt. So this is our 6th experiment. You should write it in your notebook. Thank you. So we complete our practical for second semester. You should write this 6 practical in your journal or notebook, and practical exam is based on this 6 experiment. Thank you very much.